Let's take a closer look at the Young Jedi Adventures Lys Solay figure with speeder bike.
Varykino, living the Star Wars life.
Hello there, and thanks for visiting the Varykino YouTube channel. Today I'm going to take a closer look at the new Lys Solay figure with speeder bike that is part of the Young Jedi Adventures range from Hasbro. This is of course the new animated show on Disney+. I quite enjoyed the show and I wanted to pick up a few of the collectibles from Hasbro to add to my sort of cute Star Wars collection. I particularly like the Lys Solay character. I love her purple colors, so I'm keen to check out her and her vehicle, and the box indicates that she also does include her purple lightsaber here as well. Looking at the back of the box, we can see some of the other vehicles in this product line. We also have Kai Brightstar, Nubs, and their friend Nash Durango, who is a little bit of a harder figure to find individually, so it's interesting that they have included them in the lineup of the speeder bike vehicles. The packaging indicates that there is some sort of movement or wheels underneath the vehicles that I am keen to check out. Of course, this is a product line intended for 3 and up, as you can see from the box, so I don't expect there to be too much in the way of articulation or small parts, but I do have a bit of a cute Star Wars collection alongside Galactic Heroes and Itty Bitties, so I think this will be a very cute addition to my cutesy Star Wars collection. So I'm going to take the figure out and take a closer look. So here we have all of the components taken out of the box. I'm going to start with the Lys Solay figure herself. Now, she's styled after the animated show, and I think she translates really well into this cute scale from Hasbro here. Now, in the show, they don't particularly wear speeder bike helmets when riding their vehicles, so it's a little bit of an interesting touch that they have done here for the toys. My guess is that they're trying to sort of instill a little bit of helmet safety for children riding bikes. That's about the best I can guess here. She's got this sort of interesting helmet that covers over her unique purple hair that sticks out the side, and it is not removable. It is sort of part of her. It's not intended to be taken off. So we've got a little bit of articulation with the head. It is very stiff. Like very stiff. I can just kind of get that to turn. We have much better articulation with the arms here, and she bends at the waist / hips so she can sit down on her vehicle. So she also has a peg hole in the back, which I believe is because she probably shares some similarities to the figure that is available individually, like this one. So for the sake of comparison, I have that figure here. So looking at them close up, we can see that when purchased individually, Lys comes without her helmet on and with a cape. So looking at the figures, from the neck down, it appears to be the same figure. So I think that is why this one has the peg hole that is used for attaching the cape, but of course the cape makes it very hard to make a figure sit down, so this one doesn't come with her cape. And in terms of the face sculpt, I think they are pretty much the same. Slightly different shade of blue though. In person, this one is a little paler than this one, which I think is interesting. I thought perhaps they would be identical. In terms of like the expression and the paint job, I think they are the same, but it's interesting that they have used a slightly different blue plastic when I put them sort of close together. Perhaps you can see there, this one is pale and this one is darker. But in any case, you can see this one is holding her purple lightsaber. So I am going to open up the accessory that was hidden underneath, which was wrapped up in tissue paper. And it's going to have her purple lightsaber. So I think this is really quite cute. If you have seen the show, you know that they have simple lightsaber hilts, but each with a little bit of detail, and this one has just the faint sculpting of the wrappings that Lys has on her lightsaber. So she should hold it fairly well in her hand here. So I'm just going to go in and see if I can get that in there. She holds that nicely. So you can see she's got a bit of articulation in the hand, so she can hold that in different poses. I can rotate her hand around. So she's got some cute poses that she can do with her arms there as well. So again, very similar lightsaber. Oh, slightly different color here as well. To my eyes, this one is a little paler compared to that one as well, which is kind of interesting. Probably doesn't show up quite as strongly on camera, so I'm not quite sure why this one has both paler face plastic and a paler lightsaber, but that's interesting. I thought they would basically be all identical there. Oh, it's just interesting. So pretty standard paint for the rest of this figure, you know, following the simple design for the figures. I think they translate very well from the... We have got basically the holster for the lightsabers doesn't appear to be included in these toys, which I think is interesting, but because this blade doesn't come off the hilt, there is no real purpose to being able to put it on their belt. It would just look funny, so I can understand why they would eliminate that for the toys. So I'm just going to pop her to the side and take a closer look at her speeder bike. So I think this is quite fun. We've got a little bit of some elements that make me think of the Return of the Jedi speeder bikes, notably the sort of the thin struts here at the front and these sort of blades. Of course, Lys's speeder bike is purple. We have some fun accent colors here with the sort of blue, green in here, blue at the back, but this interesting sort of metallic brown tone used for the back, same sort of color scheme there. And I thought it was really interesting. I couldn't see this in the box. There is this almost pearlescent finish to the sort of brown beige plastic used for the underside. I'm not sure how well that will show up on camera, but to my eyes, it's really quite pretty, which is an interesting plastic color to use for the underside. And of course, we can see that there are 3 clear wheels on the underside as well. So when I put it on the desk here, you can see that it rolls very easily, and it will roll a certain amount depending on how much I push it, which should make for some fun played features if you're buying this toy for kids. The handlebars move quite well so that we can pose them in a number of ways depending on how we want the figure to go. So I'm going to take her lightsaber out of her hand and see if we can perhaps get her in a little bit of a pose with her hands for sort of holding a speeder bike handle, and see how well she's going to fit here. There are 2 pegs on the seat here, but there aren't really pegs on the underside of any manner, so I'm not really sure what they are for. So I'm just going to see how well she kind of fits down on this. Her boots are quite big, so I don't really know. She kind of, the boots stop there. She doesn't kind of want to sit down further. I'm curious how much they have got them sitting on the back here. Looks like they're designed to sort of fit all the way, but mine doesn't really want to go further down than that. It's going to take a little bit of fiddling. I think that's looking a little bit more like she's sitting down, and I'll see if I can get her to hold on. There, got that hand, and if I rotate this one around, yep, she can hold on to it. So there, we can pose her not quite sitting completely all the way down, but good enough. And she holds those handlebars quite well so that we can have her riding her speeder bike, which I think is very cute. Lots of sort of playability there for young Jedi adventures, as the name would suggest, of course. If you're giving these to young children, I think that this will be quite a lot of fun. It's fairly sturdy, there's no loose components, these aren't sharp, and they don't bend, so you know, you're not really going to sort of cause any issues with that. It's fairly blunt and rounded, and of course it doesn't fire anything, there's no loose components. I think that that looks really quite cute for fans of the show. You know that they ride speeder bikes in at least one episode, so you know you can recreate some of those scenes with the toys, or for just a cute little collectible for your shelf in my case. So there you have it. I'll have a couple of photos on our blog to show this cute little Star Wars toy in closer detail. The paintwork is nice. I like the style of it. I think it matches the show very well. A little bit interesting that there are some slight color differences with the standalone Lys figure, but other than that, not too surprising. I think it's very cute. Definitely worth picking up if you want to collect the set of the speeder bikes for the show. Thank you so much for watching my little unboxing and review. Do check out our other videos. I've got a multi-pack unboxing of Young Jedi Adventure figures with a special Yoda figure if you're keen to check out some of the other figures available in this range. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next video, and as always, may the Force be with you.
If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like, check out our other videos, and subscribe for alerts about new uploads. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.